Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Colombo podcast. I'm your host Nath, and today we have our co-host Ratish. So today in today's episode, we're going to talk about the Colombo port city. So before we move on, Ratish, what is the Colombo port city, or shall I say, what's going to be in it? Colombo port city, for those of you who don't know, it's like in Dubai you have those islands which are man-made. So it's something like that. It's a man-made island. Um, in Sri Lanka, in Colombo, in near the Gold area. So, Ratish, what is exactly the Colombo port city in more detail, and what's going to be in it?
So Colombo Port City is an economical hub, a technological hub. They
Hmm.
consider so many hubs for it, man. A gambling hub, you can call it. Okay,
Hmm.
it's considered to be like one of the most um, attractive hubs in Sri Lanka itself. It contains a lot of entertainment facilities, such as a huge beach
Hmm.
constructed in it, and afterwards we
Hmm.
have an commercial center, financial center, as well as so many centers, to be honest, man. It's so complex, dude. It's so
Hmm.
complex in certain terms, but still it's simple in certain terms. Like they have five separated places in Colombo Port City teams. So let me
Hmm.
go through that first of all.
So I think one sector is probably like shopping,
Yeah,
um,
a shopping mall. Yeah,
shopping, and then there's probably a financial sector in there
exactly.
somewhere, and there's probably like you said, a gambling, casino,
Yeah,
nightclub.
I'm
I'm
pretty
pretty
sure.
sure it's gonna be at
It should be a
like
must, man, for
100%.
them.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a Sri Lankan Las Vegas,
Yeah,
Ibiza sort of a thing. I,
kind
I
of
think
kind
that's
of
sort of
thing. Yeah, yeah,
that's sort of I think thing that they're going for, because nightlife in Sri Lanka is pretty dull, shall I say?
exactly.
Or shall I say, it's not known for nightlife, right? So I think that's one thing which is missing in Sri Lanka. Like we got great tourism,
Hmm.
we got great hotels and all, but that nightlife thing is something
This
which attracts investors and a lot of tourism. So that's
okay.
something we need to
So this is
improve on, I
divided
guess.
upon
So.
five sectors, bro. So this is divided upon five sectors called International Island, Central Park
Mhm.
Living, and the financial district with commercial buildings and probably a stock market itself considered to be. And then we are
Oh,
coming
it's very
towards
nice.
an yeah, considered to be an island living and a marina.
Mhm.
And the marina, I have no idea what the fuck it is, but yeah, it
Mhm.
considers to be having five sectors of it, like to be in the provided map. So yeah,
Mhm.
so my views
Basically,
upon this, yeah,
basically a mini Dubai. Like they're going for
yeah,
a little something
little
like that.
yeah, little Dubai vibe towards it, like having yeah a nightlife sector for it. So my view upon
So.
this complete
Mhm.
Colombo Port City,
Mhm.
like it's 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 at a certain point I like the idea of capitalism in it, like the
Mm.
financial benefits, everything. But a certain level of point when you
Tourism.
go
Yeah.
through tourism, when you go deeper into the subject, it's
Mhm.
pretty dangerous, to be honest. Pretty dangerous, and
Absolutely.
yeah, like we might be avoiding our rights towards it, like
Absolutely.
yeah. So going towards it, like looking, I have like being researched upon it, like it considered to have
Mhm.
269 hectares, which is a huge size, like bigger than
Yeah,
most
yeah,
of the
yeah,
cities in
that's
Colombo itself. And
absolutely.
these like the artificial islands are considered like constructed from bringing out the sand underneath the ocean and putting towards, like putting it towards the spaces
Mhm.
like allowed, and
Yeah, filling up those
filling
areas.
up
Yeah.
this, yeah, and most familiar with Dubai constructions itself, like they're using it
Oh
right now,
yes.
like yeah.
Yeah. It is
So
actually bad because of erosion, and also over time the sand gets eroded away. So
exactly, and it is
that's one
causing so
thing.
many, like the economies of fishermen in Sri Lanka has been disrupted because of this construction itself.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
given by the details, yeah. So as well as this is the complete construction is worth the investment they are putting on towards the construction is 1.4 billion
Mhm.
dollars. 1.4
Yeah,
billion dollars. That's huge, man. That's huge
billion
for this construction
in
jobs.
B.
In bees, man. We are trading in bees right now. So
What
this
can you do for $1.5 billion in Sri Lanka?
build
Like,
a port
if
city.
you had cash, build a port city. Other than building a port city, like what else can we do to improve the country?
So many stuff,
I
man.
would go
So many
for a
stuff.
I would go for a train system, like a like what do you call those light rail systems,
A proper
like a
transportation system. Yeah,
metro system.
a proper
Another
transportation
thing.
system. So many medical facilities provided in the countries which aren't developed, like cities which aren't
Oh
developed
yeah,
yet. Yeah, towns which aren't developed yet,
mm,
and so many improvements
absolutely.
in improvements in
Education,
technology, educational systems. Yeah,
education. We need to build a couple of universities. Give some
like the
funding.
exactly the investment could eventually improve so many financial benefits in Sri Lanka, like as per citizens in Sri Lanka right now.
Mm,
So many financial
mm,
benefits, and
yep.
like when you think about it, now this is constructed by China, right? They're providing this investment, everything. So why are they
Mm.
doing it? Like I was so curious. Why are they even doing it?
Yeah, just
They,
yeah. I mean, it's like they're not making a lot of income, especially nowadays.
nah,
With the
nah,
tourism is probably zero. The
yeah.
net income from tourism is probably zero. So why is China like giving them money just like they're
Just
printing
like
it?
that,
So
just like that, just like
so
that. And it's huge, man. And it's huge.
big
So
sums. I think five
big,
hundred
big
million or
sums,
something,
man.
right?
And like Sri Lanka have been asking other countries in order to suggestions as well as help to construct a port city. They had this idea. Rajapaksa, Mahinda Rajapaksa had this idea about creating a
Mhm.
port city and all, like around 2009 or something. Like he had an idea about it. He
Uh,
like talked, like had communications with so many countries, but nobody eventually thought that this was a great idea itself. Nobody. So the only choice was China, since since they had some connections between them, right? Like in the war segment, China supported them a lot and all. So they
mhm.
eventually the choice was China coming up towards it. So we know China's not a great country, right? So it's not known for its ethical and moral values. Yeah, they are not.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, we can just check out in the like in the Kashmir's weave upon it, as well as in the Hong Kong issue coming up, like going right
I
now.
think
It's
there's
a
Taiwan.
the
There's
Taiwan
Uyghur.
issue, exactly the Uyghur Muslims issue itself. They are not
Uyghur. Yeah.
that ethical, to be honest, that ethical and morally valid. So what happened was, like already Sri Lanka has been giving out investments such as the harbor, the Hambantota harbor, the Mannar
Mhm.
windmills, and now a great port city. So why is China so much interested on Sri Lanka, man? Why?
I believe it's the location is very valuable to them.
Exactly. The location is so valuable. This Sri
Mm.
Lanka is so good for the trading centers. It has a great how do you say, like the complete segment
What do you
of
call
country, which is, yeah, it's so many tradings
Oh
happening,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, diversity.
it
Like it's in the middle, right?
the right spot, the right spot
Right
itself.
in the middle, and
So
it's not India
and it's not India.
because they don't.
So
It's not
exactly, it's
India
not
because
India. Yeah,
they don't wanna
mess up in
deal with
India.
India,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it's in the right spot. It's so good for trading. You can like import and exports could be happening to where Africa.
From
It's
the
so like
yeah,
Europe itself. It's
Africa.
so much. It's so near to it, and towards their country, it's so near. And as well as in like country, China has been in a rage of creating these islands. They want to expand their international waters, right? So we have discussed about this in like previous episodes, I guess. Yeah, we have done
Mm,
that.
absolutely, we have done.
Yeah. So they're expanding. There's like expanding the international waters. So suddenly their eye came upon Sri Lanka. So it's in the middle of the ocean, good for trading and all. It's so good. So they constructed Hambantota harbor, so they can stop their ships over there and going to increase their trading, importing and exports. Now this port city idea. So they invested on it, and
Hmm.
they have pretty much a great control towards it, man. So
Hmm.
additionally to additionally to all these subjects getting in control of the harbor, and in Mannar also you can see Chinese soldiers, since they're having the windmills constructed in there, and so many
Hmm.
stuff. So they are already coming towards the country. So at a certain point, okay, at a certain point they could bring up the army. They could bring up the army, since there's an initially, as per the law, you're not supposed to bring up the army of any other country in Sri Lanka. So since in the port city, bro, so that law was objected itself. So they had to remove a lot of laws in order to construct the
Hmm.
port city. So many laws,
Hmm.
man. So many laws were objected and omitted because of this port city itself. Okay, so in a certain point, in certain laws, they are not allowed to not they're not even allowed to countries are not allowed to breach in a certain, like in Sri Lanka. So they're not allowed. So what
Hmm.
we did was allow China to come in and build their stuff over here. So that is not a great deal. That's not a great idea itself. Like I seriously condemn that idea of like another country coming towards another, like Sri Lanka, and constructing their works. It's not a great idea. As in foreign level, like that's what happened in like Britain, right? They came in
Hmm.
for like they came in for trading. So they came for trading, and eventually what they did, they captured the country.
Yeah, they captured the country, took all the resources, and fled, ran away
And
when they're done.
exactly, and they made a whole fuss, complete fuss. This is left off like this. So
Just like that,
that's
yeah, just took off.
exactly. And we know it's like Sri Lanka, we are great with resources, right? We are great with resources, and we are
Oh, we got
great
a
with,
good.
yeah, good resources and a great trading sector. And China got the eye upon it. As well as this position of being in Sri Lanka gives them a strategic advantage over India. So what
Oh
they
yeah,
can do is, yeah, so they can, so in the upwards of India, that's a diamond, right? So China could attack from there, as well as there's a strategic advantage from Sri Lanka itself. So they
from
can
the
go
south,
from
yeah, they can attack from the south,
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. So so many advantages for China, but for Sri Lanka, it's all disadvantages. Okay, it's all
Yeah.
disadvantages.
Yeah. I mean, I can think of one advantage, that's foreign. What do you call,
Yeah,
investment? Foreign
investments.
investment
Yeah,
and stuff like
yeah.
that. Them
Eh,
building roads and so those subtle good things are there, but in the big picture of things, I feel like it's all bad.
no. So this debt of we having towards China is huge. It's
It's huge. I think we're
huge.
still paying off the old ones.
Exactly, it's huge, man. It's like billions, dude. Like, and we have Port
Yeah.
City
Yeah.
coming up right now, and we have a 99-year lease for Hammantota, and the harbor
Hmm.
itself, 99-year-old lease. And for this also, they
Uh-huh.
are incorporating a 99-year-old lease itself. I don't know how they are gonna pay it off, and if they don't pay it off, eventually the place will go to China. So same happens to Hammantota itself. Eventually, the place will go to China.
Oh yeah, that's the trap. That's
That's the
that's
trap, man.
called
That's the trap.
that's the dead trap.
Exactly. So,
Clear as day.
and the foreign direct investments like should sum up to Sri Lanka, right? It won't go to Sri Lanka, bro, since because of the debt itself, it would eventually go to
Mm.
China. So the
Oh
considerable,
yes,
so the
very good point.
considerable
Yeah, that's a
profit,
very good point.
so the considerable profit will go to China eventually. So no way like Sri Lanka is gonna gain and profit from it. No idea. It's yeah, like that. No
Yes, that's
profit
a good.
from it
Yeah,
due to the depth we are
yeah,
having towards China. So, and
yeah.
again
From
and
the
again,
from the yeah, from the government perspective, absolutely. I can see again. I can see like let's say if I'm doing a business, yeah, then if
yeah.
there's foreign investment, yeah, somewhat okay. I can communicate with those foreign investors. More, there's more money moving. So if you're a businessman, maybe yeah, it's good for the economy. But other than that, yeah, it's not
But
directly going to the government. I think that's what you're saying, right?
in despite of it, like we are giving up rights, bro. That's the main problem. So, in order to
Oh, that's a very
enter
good
this
point
port
also.
city, in order to enter this port city, we need a fucking passport. Why?
Yeah, I
Why do
was
we need
actually
a
joking the other
passport?
day. I was joking the other day. I was like, with all these what do you call loans where that you're borrowing.
Yeah,
Eventually, the entire island is going to be owned by them. We're going to need to get a Chinese passport. We're going to have to learn
but
Mandarin. And when you said that, before when we were discussing this topic, I was surprised. I was like, wait, for real?
yeah,
Yeah, I was surprised. I was really surprised to know that.
and I like some like bunch of politicians have been saying that since it is not our waters, since it's been constructed outside of Sri Lanka, it doesn't belong to Sri
Hmm.
Lanka. What the fuck are you saying, bro? Like
Yeah,
literally,
but
man,
isn't it kind of
it's Sri
yeah,
Lanka.
yeah,
It,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
Sri
but it's
Lankan
our water, like
waters. Yeah, it's our
yeah, and it's
waters.
connected to our country. So I mean,
I know, right?
it's built
Exactly.
on our country. So it's a
It,
very dumb question.
I don't know, like, as well as in order to enter our country, we need a passport right now. And so we are in the segue of moving towards learning Mandarin. All of a sudden, why Mandarin, bro? It's one of the hardest language to learn itself. As
Oh
well as
hell no!
they're conducting classes for Mandarin in Sri Lanka. What
Yeah,
the?
I've seen
Yeah,
so many ads.
newsletters and all. Yeah, yeah. They're conducting classes for Mandarin in Sri Lanka. As well as,
Yeah,
I saw some billboards, like I researched towards them. So instead of like Tamil is an official language in Sri Lanka, right? Tamil is an official language in Sri Lanka.
absolutely, absolutely. I
Instead
think in the
of
1970s or 80s, I'm
yeah,
not sure, they made the law, right? The three
yeah,
languages,
yeah.
they made it official.
It is
So
it's an official language. There is considerable
official.
amount of
Oh, okay.
population of Tamils in Sri Lanka itself. The considerable amount of population,
Yeah.
huge amount of population in Sri Lanka.
Now
So
this now it's a very large population.
exactly. But now, what are they doing is removing Tamil as an official language, putting Mandarin up in the boards. What the hell, bro?
Yeah, yeah. I saw a few boards like that. I saw a few what do you call articles on it, but I thought like okay, maybe it's like a private property or something. But then I think
These
I
are
saw a picture of a public
public
park, right?
properties. This is a public property, man.
Properties with Mandarin last, I
Yeah,
think English top and Sinhalese bottom. And I was pretty
exactly.
surprised. I was like, wait a sec, uh, what's going on here? Because
And
it's
it's
technically illegal to do that, right?
exactly
Because
technically
it's an
illegal,
official
and the
official.
Mandarin thing is huge. It's huge.
It's in
Yeah,
huge
it's
letters,
huge.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's not an official language. Also, it's not the official language. And it's a
It's
public place, right? It's
and
not like it's not like the embassy or whatever, right?
exactly. Not even people in Sri Lanka speak Mandarin. Why do we
That's
even
the thing.
have that? Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, Mandarin case, I think many people around the world have to learn Mandarin at some point because of the business
Yeah,
aspect towards it.
yeah.
I think
Even
one day
John Cena
we
speak
all gonna have.
Mandarin, bro. He
Yeah,
was,
yeah, no, yeah.
yeah, for the F9 thing.
I
He
saw.
mentioned Taiwan as a country, bro, and he apologized for it.
He,
My God.
oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Oh,
So what
no, I
happened
didn't know about
was,
the Taiwan thing. Oh,
yeah, so he announced like Taiwan as a country, right? So he claimed Taiwan as a country. So what
mm-hmm.
happened was F9 had a huge market in China. They grossed almost like 100 million in the weekend itself.
Oh,
So
yes.
yeah, so what they were going to remove F9. So what John Cena did was he like apologized for calling Taiwan as a country in Mandarin, bro. In Mandarin. The
In
guy knows
Mandarin.
Mandarin.
Damn.
My God, man.
I wonder how he learned Mandarin. I really like to know the backstory
Like
behind it.
no, that's backstory was like Vince McMahon, wanted him to learn because he wanted to influence the market of WWE in China. So yeah, so
Oh,
he
so he
wanted
told.
John Cena.
So he.
Yeah,
Oh, so he wanted John to learn Mandarin, and John somehow
yeah,
learned it. Yeah. Ah.
the fucking great guy. Okay, so yeah, back to this thing.
Yeah, yeah. Back to the topic. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Vince is some. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
some great fucking man. My God. Okay,
So
so
yeah. I'm surprised by the lack of how should I say outrage by this decision. Actually, there was some outrage, but then
no,
because of the COVID thing, it just
exactly the COVID
I think
impacted a lot, man. Like COVID, we were stuck at our homes. We didn't know nothing
yeah,
right now out here, and all of a sudden we
yeah,
see
nobody's
Devinder
leaving.
Silva is
Yeah,
coming out of jail and all shit. My God.
yeah. Let's so some backstory to that. So this guy is apparently a criminal.
Yeah, murder
He
convict.
a murder convict, and he's coming
And
out of presidential pardon. So just like that. So he's supposed to be. So it's not like a 1 year, 2 year jail sentence. No, it's
it
like
was
a
supposed to be
death
death
sentence, right?
sentence. Exactly.
Death sentence, right? So it went from death sentence to just you can walk out
President's fine.
freely.
You have some drinks, bro.
I can let's have some drinks. Let's go to the
Drink.
port city. Let's go
Exactly.
to the
Have some
bar.
fun and gamble a little
Let's have
bit.
some
Come on, bro.
fun. You know what I'm saying, just like that. That's one lucky guy.
Some lucky guy.
Some lucky guy, man. Going from
Oh,
death to freedom, just
presidential
like that.
pardon, bro.
Presidential pardon, not just any freedom.
Just
Presidential pardon.
presidential
That's like
pardon. You're like
it's like
privileged.
imagine you.
Presidential.
It's like so imagine you're flying. You're going to some country. You're flying. You don't have a ticket, and somebody just offered you first class, and you didn't even pay,
No,
right?
you're not even flying, bro. You are like
You're not even
underground.
flying. Yeah,
You're not even flying.
yeah, yeah. You snuck into the airport, and somebody just hands you a
First class ticket.
first class ticket. Not just economical, not no coach, first class. No, scratch that. Private jet. They bought you a
Private jet.
private jet. Yeah, it's death, right? Yeah, private jet
Yeah,
to another country. Um, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy's gonna. Speaking of private jets, yeah, I'm pretty sure that guy's gonna
yeah. End
escape the
up having
country.
one. Yeah, and
Yeah.
and bro, like he was committed to be like a huge. He has some connection with Village Sudha, so the drug lord in Sri Lanka. The Pablo Escobar of
Ah,
Sri Lanka. Yeah. So
damn
exactly,
son.
he was exactly, man. And he is out right now from presidential pardon. Fuck yeah. And UN nations are condemning it right now.
I saw a
Yes.
tweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, bro.
It's a laughing stock.
And more about the
So
port city,
yeah,
bro. Yeah, more about the
yeah.
port
Back
city.
to more about the port city.
And now, what if China comes all of a sudden putting their militants in Sri Lanka? What if they do that? They put their militants in Sri Lanka. Okay, so I need the country now,
Mm.
right now. So, is Sri Lanka able to defend them already? No way.
Yeah, they claim to have the a really good army, right? So we'll
Who?
see. Yeah, Sri Lanka
Against China. Against China, bro.
against China.
Against
Hell
China.
no, man. These
Uh,
guys eat dogs, man. You don't stand a chance.
Dude, like seriously, man. Like China has the most
Mhm.
powerful forces right now. Like after
Mm.
USA, like they have the most powerful forces after USA, and yeah. So would they, like, actually they would? I don't know, man. So if they come up to Port City and actually ask for the country, what could we do eventually? We,
Okay,
we,
I guess
we
Port City. Port City. Maybe I don't think we have a choice with Port City.
Yeah, no way,
We,
because we
we,
already in debt.
if they
Yeah,
we're
and
already
had for
in debt.
hundred
If they
years,
say something,
100 years. No
so
chance, no
yeah,
chance, bro.
if we say if they say something, we're gonna have to cough
Yeah,
up Port City.
yeah,
All the
yeah.
other
You can.
ports and all those other ports, yeah, we're gonna have to cough it out. But if they actually
Yeah,
like made the whole country, then I think we have a serious problem.
we may have a serious problem since we know them. We know them. So with the Uyghur Muslims issue itself, so they might bring
Hmm.
out for a race issue all of a sudden, and they may primitively increase the like Mandarin influence in Sri Lanka itself, which is not even a
Hmm.
language in Sri Lanka.
Official
Yeah,
language. Yeah. Yeah, I have another
exactly.
funny story. Another funny story. So I think I told
Yeah,
you this earlier. So I was like,
yeah.
at first I was like, you know what? Maybe China invading Sri Lanka is not that bad of an idea. They're gonna put all their money. They're gonna build these highways. They're gonna build some nice hotels. They're
Yeah.
gonna build port city. They're gonna build another port city. They're gonna dismantle this bullshit road, Gold Road, and all. They're gonna build a beautiful road.
Yeah.
They're gonna get so a lot of invest. They're gonna invest the country in the correct areas. They have the money. They have the management style, and then I was like, yeah, race issue is not a big issue. We both have the same religions, yeah. So they're gonna respect us. We like the same food. We love Chinese food. And then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, you're for you, bro. What
It's
about
for
me?
you, bro. Yeah,
Uh,
what about me, bro?
what about me? And we started laughing. I was like, oh shit, Ratish, you're so fucked. uh,
Nah,
yeah.
exactly. Dude, there are so many
Good
issues
for me.
coming up. Yeah, good for you.
Good for
Wait
me.
till they come
Good.
up, man. Wait till they come up, man. Wait till they
Wait
come
till
up, and
the.
let's see what's good for you, man. Let's see what's good for you.
Uh, uh, so no, either way, it's not good, right?
Yeah,
Because either way, it's not good, regardless, because it's our country. It's our independent country, so we don't want
uh,
negative outside influence.
exactly. The influence is, it could be communism afterwards, man. Like, what if? What
Oh
if
yeah,
so?
that's a very good
Yeah. Like,
that's a
what if
very good
we are not allowed to like have democrat? Like, we are not allowed to speak. Freedom of speech is gone all of a sudden. Freedom of going out is
oh
gone
yeah,
all of a sudden, and you're not allowed to
yes,
speak
yes,
about the leader like this right now. We are doing it right now. So what
yeah,
happens? What
freedom of
happens?
speech. Yeah,
It's
freedom
so
of
more about that.
fear would be.
Exactly. Like we will have to, and and in the port city they claim to have like improved jobs and shit, like employment rates. They've port cities accommodated like it would improve the jobs and all, the amount of jobs, but it's not
Mhm.
true at all. Since I think China has a plan of like inputting
Outsourcing.
Chinese works, yeah, Chinese workers,
Uh, Chinese
Chinese
workers. Yeah.
workers. Yeah, exactly. Since we have like the population of China is so high, and they are allowed to work freely. Yeah, so they are trying to
Mhm.
import Chinese employment. So like
Employees.
what would
That's
happen?
correct.
Yeah. So
When it comes to like construction workers, I think they'll get Sri Lankan construction workers because I think it's cheaper here
mhm.
to get
But
workers here. But I think when it comes to like employees working in offices and shit, I think they'll actually get Chinese.
it's Chinese workers.
Like
Yeah.
higher up, I think they'll definitely get
Exactly.
the Chinese.
And most of the post city
No question
languages
about
will
that.
be Chinese, Mandarin and all. It would be Mandarin mostly.
Mm.
You know.
So I think if you're a Sri Lankan, if you want to work there, I think you might have to add
Nah, I don't
Mandarin
think they would
to
even
your CV.
offer jobs, man. Like as for Sri Lanka, yeah. If you want to go there and work, you might need to learn Mandarin. Not again, bro. My
Learn
God,
Mandarin. Yeah. You know
it's so
what?
hard.
It looks bad. I just want to enter the port city, just go to a casino, have some
Yeah,
fun, blow up all my money, and come back.
yeah. Come back.
If you're allowed to do that, come back
Yeah.
broke. If you're allowed to do that, that's fine. You know what?
So like, it can be
My
allowed
my
since like the law of Sri Lanka is not even relevant to this thing. So it's a complete another society. Considerably, it's a fucking union place, like something like that. So
hmm
it's a separate organization community inside port
yeah,
city. It's not
community.
even
Yeah,
related to Sri Lankan laws. So you can have
yeah,
gambling, you can have casinos, you can do whatever the
yeah,
fuck you want.
prostitutes, whatever. Yeah.
I don't know, probably, yeah, they
So
could do that too.
yeah, yeah, why not? Why not?
My God, so this
Why
is
not?
like it's only operated by a commission from like selected
Mm.
people from the president itself. So who knows what they're gonna do
Uh-huh.
with it. Yeah,
So another question I have is: so what if the government change and let's say the new leaders or whoever comes in is
it's
opposing
already
this?
passed, bro. It's already passed. The bill
Oh, is it
has not
already
confirmed
passed, right?
itself in the law itself. That's the problem.
Yes,
So
that's
another
the problem.
government
Yeah,
change
they
wouldn't
can't.
even affect it. Yeah,
And also, bro, you said something about taxes the other day. So the taxes would skyrocket for
skyrocket.
the what do you call it? The employees and the people here, right?
Exactly. Since now the debts are higher, the debts are
Debts
like
are
higher. It's
much higher. You
exactly
gotta pay them back.
skyrocketing. And now we see that automatically our gas prices are higher, our petrol prices rising up, and our
Oh,
like
rising. Yes.
if eventually gas and petrol rise up, the vegetables will rise up. Now an egg is
Mm.
almost like 19 rupees in Sri Lanka. My God.
Oh yeah, bread. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
even bread is slightly expensive too.
exactly. So if it's in inflation right now, as well as so like increase of debts would eventually increase in taxes. So your income would be lower day by day, and there are so many like actual consequences towards it now.
Yeah, and the poor gets
More poor.
poorer. Yeah, inequality of wealth is gonna the disparity will increase also between the two.
Yeah,
So that's the thing. So less opportunity for them to develop also,
it's so much towards it,
especially
man.
with
So
the
much.
yeah. That's so it's not looking good the future
Yeah,
so
it's
far.
definitely not looking good, man. Like
Definitely not
unless,
looking good.
yeah, unless something happens, something happens.
I mean, I feel like if we can like just stop everything and just
Yeah.
chill out.
Yeah, yeah. Get
But
China or Sri Lanka. Yeah, exactly. Most probable
yeah, I
choice.
mean, just give them all the stuff they have right now and just kind of chill out. But then again,
Yeah,
the issue is it's a debt trap, right? So if you can't pay off, they'll occupy some
occupy them.
buildings.
And
Some
I don't.
like
I'm not
example,
sure whether
the
Sri Lanka would even be able to pay this off. I'm not sure
I
at
think
all.
most likely they'll sell off the land and all the
Ah,
assets
yeah, yeah.
assets to them
You keep the
eventually.
part of
So I
Sri
think
Lanka. That's it.
all these valuable land plots, and I think eventually they'll. That's the only way. I can't think of another way because paying back is
So
quite difficult.
they're not even gonna pay back, man. Like with the corruption in the country, no way.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like they know it too. They're like, yeah, there's no way. Why don't we just have a slice of the cake and
Exactly.
put it in the fridge and run away because
Exactly. I don't know,
I
man.
think
I
they
don't
know
know.
it too. I think they've known it for a long while. I think.
Exactly. Like we
Uh,
figured it out, and they should have
mm,
miles. Miles we have figured it out, right?
absolutely. So I feel like everybody there who's there is there like, yeah, we just
Yeah.
want a piece of the cake and just
Exactly. Just get some percentage of the
yeah,
investment itself.
and just run away when the time is right.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's like I
man.
think the damage is all done. I think the damage was done a long time ago, and now we're
Exactly.
just kind of
Long time ago.
now the symptoms are kind of showing. So if the symptoms are showing, that means there's something, disease is already spreading. So and it's pretty bad. That's what.
Uh, Yeah, man. So, in
Mm.
conclusion, what are your thoughts
Mhm.
about, as viewers, what are your thoughts about
Yeah, if you guys
coming to the Sri Lanka
stuck
side?
around for if you guys
Yeah,
stuck around to listen to this till now, yeah, what are your
yeah.
thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
And if we missed something, or yeah,
Yeah,
let us know in the comments.
add them in comments itself. Yeah, right now.
Yeah,
So, like,
like, comment,
comment
subscribe,
your thoughts about the video,
share.
and subscribe right now, and share this information if you want. So, signing off,
Absolutely.
colon.